Well, YouTube, I got fat.
So for the next 30 days, I'll be following a strict training routine. And I'll be giving my body a complete reset.
We'll be following what some might call the superhuman diet.
And that is carnivore. Now let's talk about the challenge and what we aim to achieve in the next 30 days. And we'll lay out just a few ground rules about how we're going to stay on track. Now for this challenge, we will be sticking to a strict carnivore diet, not like one of these animal-based diets that people do where they add in avocados or fruit, etc. We're going to be just sticking to meat, fish, and eggs. We'll be aiming to drink a minimum of 3 litres of water every day during this challenge. 3 litres of quality H2O. Also during the 30 days, we will be allowing caffeine, but only in the form of black coffee. There'll be no pre-workout in sight to fuel our workouts. And obviously we'll need the coffee to get through our work days.
Now let's start things off with my day 1 weigh-in. It's going up. Damn, we got a lot of work to do.
Now, what are we going to expect from this challenge? Well, to be honest, I definitely know that we're going to hit those withdrawals, and we are going to hit them early in this challenge because I was a bit of a sweetie eater before this. I expect withdrawals, expect headaches. Hopefully though, the caffeine that we're going to have will try and curb the headaches, and obviously having water will keep us hydrated. Another thing that I think that we're going to experience probably towards the end of the 30 days is going to be our workouts. They're probably going to be quite flat towards the end of the 30 days. But I'll be excited to see how my body does transform, because we will be keeping that protein nice and high, and we'll be lifting heavy weights. Like I say, that with the protein and obviously the fat being burnt from the carnivore diet, it might make good for quite a good recipe. But obviously the elephant in the room is going to be the diet itself, eating the same foods for 30 days while all my family and everything, especially with the football that's been on, they're going to be eating such good food, and I'm just going to be there with meat and eggs.
So here we go with our day 1 photos. Not looking great there at my career heaviest, 105.7 kilos and nearly 34% body fat and a massive rounding of the belly. We have a lot of stuff to work on during this challenge.
And now we start the full body transformation on the carnivore diet, and everyone's journey starts with day 1. Let's do this.
So we kick off this challenge with, of course, a steak meal, accompanying that with a press day, aka chest day, to get us settled in nicely for the week ahead.
So here we are, a few days into the carnivore challenge, and I just thought we'd do a quick update. It's obviously early in the morning. I've just got up for work. Just had some eggs as well. It's a bit hard eating this early in the morning if you ask me. But diet's going well so far. I know it's only a few days in, but I'm not bored yet. We've had a few gym sessions this week as well. Not been going too bad. But one thing is the headaches. Nobody tells you about the headaches. And I'm going to put that down to withdrawals, no doubt. Not having any sort of sugar for these few days is already coming back to haunt me. But we just got to soldier through. And I'll see you guys in a few days.
So we kicked the week off with a massive compound movement. So I thought we'd finish the week with a massive compound movement, and that is legs. It was definitely a tough one to end the week, especially with the withdrawals taking a grip. But one thing I did know about this challenge, there were going to be days when I just had to get it done. And get it done we did.
End of week 1. We are here for the first weigh-in of the carnivore challenge. It's definitely been a tough week to say the least. just getting used to the foods. The training's been hard. The headaches, the lingering headaches this week has been so hard. That coupled with working. What to expect, like probably going to lose a decent amount of weight this week, which by the way is not going to be all weight. It's going to be a lot of water weight and stuff. Obviously dipping out the carbs and all the sugars and everything. Your body does obviously don't retain water as much. We have been keeping up with the water though, but I do expect the first week to be quite a heavy drop, and then hopefully towards the end of the challenge it levels out to what it should be, a nice 1 to 2 pounds a week. But yeah, first week I expect probably to see quite a big drop because of all the water and everything else we've lost in our system.
Week 2 pictures and weigh-ins, we are down to 102.4 kilos. That's about a 3 kilo loss, which we expected anyway. Like I said, you're going to lose a lot of water during that first week, and we lost a 4% body fat as well along with that, and the bloating starting to go down. One thing I wanted to focus on though is getting that water intake up and the protein as well. But let's move on to another
meals of the carnivore diet, and we're just keeping it real. We're going with the typical steak. We've got eggs coming in just a second. To be fair, in this video I'm not really going to show you too many of the meals because that's all we're going to be eating, meat and eggs. A top tip for this carnivore diet is a lot of people do say it can get quite expensive, but we took ourselves over to the London meat market and we bought these steaks in wholesale along with the chicken and stuff, and it worked out a hell of a lot cheaper than the supermarket. So if you are going to do this diet, it probably is going to be a lot cheaper if you do go wholesale.
But back to the training, and this was one of my shoulder workouts during the week number 2. Really trying to focus on the eccentric, or negative as people like to say. But one thing I have noticed during this second week of training, I've started to be able to lift a lot heavier and finally getting over all those withdrawals and the protein starting to work wonders.
So we're here into week 2 weigh-ins, and it's been a much better week from last week. Last week was obviously, it was a struggle, but we made it through. The carnivore diet is probably, like they say, starting to kick in. From what I've seen on the videos, I'm actually finally getting that bit more energy, I suppose. And I don't know, maybe looking just a little bit more trimmer. But like I say, full of positivity. The sessions have been better. We've started finally getting in some zone 2 cardio as well. And yeah, just a good week overall. Like you see, the positivity and the smile is back on my face.
As we start this week strong with some abs. Always train your abs, ladies and gentlemen. People do forget to do that.
It's starting to get very real now and very challenging. But we don't quit. So one of the meals that I've really enjoyed cooking on this carnivore diet, I wouldn't even call it a meal, it's more of a snack, is these chicken wings. Relatively cheap, well, really cheap. Get ourselves a little bit of melted butter here as well. And then like I say, you just chop them up, throw them in a bowl, a bit of butter, a little bit of seasoning, and like you say, it's a really quick meal.
And just like that, back to the training after the food. Over 2 Romanian deadlifts as we look to train our legs towards the end of the week again.
It's so hard sometimes when you get towards the end of a training week and your body is just aching. And you just got to keep going. Your mind says keep going, your body says no.
And when your body says no, you do some front squats. A great exercise for stability and a very good way to improve your squat posture.
So we're here in this week 3 weigh-ins as we make our way slowly towards the end of this carnivore challenge. But it's been a bit of a weird week, I must say. I've been eating so much food, such big dinners, but I just seem to still find myself quite hungry. The cravings for the chocolate and the brownies and stuff has gone through the roof. But
another few kilos down as we hit pictures and weigh-ins for this week. And another successful week we had. The belly now starting to clearly look flatter, along with those love handles, as you can tell from the first week. And one last thing to add before we move on is my resting heart rate has come down dramatically over these few weeks.
So we are finally in the final week of this 30-day carnivore challenge, and Jesus, it's been a tough one.
I am craving chocolate so much right now.
But we are there, we're at the final hurdle.
I keep thinking to myself, maybe just one would be all right.
It is going to be the hardest week yet.
But that'd be cheating myself, so.
The last few days training has been extremely flat, so I can't wait to get some carbs inside my body. What's going to make this one even harder, this final week, as you know, I work night shifts and we are going on to the dreaded week of nights at work. That is going to up the ante, and to be honest, looking at my hair as well, I don't know why I haven't had a haircut since the start of this challenge. I don't know, maybe it's kind of fitted it nicely, the 30-day haircut challenge as well. It feels like in this challenge, like it's been so tough, but I feel like I'm going to be reborn at the end of it. We are so close now, so close to the end that even the chocolate has had to be hidden. Chocolate? 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 Chocolate?
Sat in the gym car park, just finished night shift. I'm tired. Contemplating whether to even go in the gym, if I'm honest. But we gotta get it done. Simple as that. Let's do this. So this is it, what is to be the last back session of this 30-day challenge. And yes, I still have a long way to go on this journey, but this challenge has been the foundation to build upon. It has taught me a lot about myself, about where I'm aiming to go, and most importantly, to recognize the people I have around me to lift me up.
We are here, ladies and gentlemen, day number 30 and the final weigh-in for this challenge. I can't believe just 30 days ago, I stood here a completely different man. We've had our ups and downs, we've had our moodinesses during this challenge, but it has absolutely taught me one thing, and that is willpower. And you could do it too, it's not that hard. Anyway, let's get those final results. Let's go, the final weigh-in. Are we going to be the biggest loser? Come on, let's go, baby. Nearly 10 kilos. That is incredible.
And we finally made it, 96.2 kilos. We were just shy of our 10 kilo goal, but look at the transformation. Look how flat that belly is now compared to the first one. Even the love handle's all but gone. And the challenge might be over, but the journey has just begun.
And that is that, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the Carnivore challenge. The results are actually coming out a lot better than I expected. I was quite surprised myself, but there is still a long way to go on this weight loss journey. So subscribe if you want to follow along, smash the like button if you have enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next challenge. Peace.